Hey everyone, how's it going? I am Xeracon and I am back once again. Yesterday, or rather Thursday as of the uploading of this video, I received an email from Right Stuf Anime, and if you don't know what Right Stuf Anime is, it's a company, an anime distribution company that sells anime merchandise, sells manga, sells figurines, sells all types of stuff related to anime. And I've used the site for a long while. Like, it's probably what makes about. I probably bought like at least half of my anime collection from Right Stuf. I've bought anime merchandise. I've bought a little bit of manga from them as well. So I've definitely been using Right Stuf over the years. But Thursday, I received an email saying that Right Stuf is joining Crunchyroll. It's becoming a part of Crunchyroll. And let's actually get, this is part of the email that I received, but actually going to the actual website though, Right Stuf has joined the Crunchyroll family. Oh boy. We are excited to announce that Right Stuf has joined the Crunchyroll family. Together we'll deliver new anime experiences and provide fans with a premier anime shopping destination. We remain customer first, and our commitment to customer service is unwavering. The Right Stuf shipping experiences, collectible level product packaging, and best-in-class service you've come to expect will continue. And they talk more about this stuff, but they don't necessarily say why. Like, I looked through and I was wondering, like, why? Why are they joining Crunchyroll? Like, I don't see anything here that mentions why. Why? Like, they say it's going to pretty much be the same, except for one thing here. One thing they did actually mention early on, said like, yeah, there will. Whoops, where's the actual thing here? Because I see it. Okay, yeah. There will be no changes to ordering from Right Stuf Anime unless you are looking to buy spicy products. And then they talk about the products, frequently asked questions. And essentially what it looks like is they're just having all that type of stuff on a new website, like a website that's specifically dedicated for this type of stuff. I have no idea why they're doing that. Like, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't impact me at all because I'm not into this type of genre of product, but it really doesn't make sense to me at all. And like I said, it looks like it's going to be pretty much the same, which is fine, but why are they partnering up together? Because as far as I know, and they haven't mentioned anything, Right Stuf isn't necessarily in any sort of financial dire, or at least, again, not that I know of. If they are, then that would possibly explain it, but I'm not a fan of this thing, and for one reason, which is another thing that I mentioned last year, it's that Sony owns Crunchyroll, and when I mentioned it then, I didn't like it either. I didn't like the fact that Sony was acquiring so many different companies, or rather anime studios. Like, they own Aniplex, they own Funimation, again, they own Crunchyroll, and I think there's another one or so that they also own, but I wasn't fond of that. Like, the only companies I can think of that aren't owned by Sony, or through like an extension, like, because Crunchyroll is going to be owning Right Stuf, Sony is going to be owning Right Stuf indirectly. But the only ones that I can think of that Sony doesn't own are Viz Media, Discotech, and I it was at the tip of my tongue, but it's lost my mind. But those are the only ones that I can think of that Sony does own, and I think more like larger companies, or larger not localization, but larger distributors, larger publications and stuff like that. But this is really big because the fact that Right Stuf is possibly one of the largest anime distributing companies in America. And again, like, this is going to be big because, I've mentioned this before in this Crunchyroll video with Sony before. If Sony will, make certain changes, like, certain stuff, certain shows, won't be brought over, translated and stuff because they aren't necessarily deemed worth localizing, or rather they think that it's not something that it might be I guess it goes against what they find valuable, or like something that would be good in today's, I guess you could say, society. Because of that, they're not going to be localizing those type of anime and stuff like that. And we've also seen with localization changes how the dialogue is going to be altered in the dubs. But that's one reason why I'm partially getting vibes of this. And I'm not saying that there's going to be any sort of like major change going on right now, or even something that happens in a year. But this does set the precedent of Crunchyroll and, their puppeteer Sony saying, hey, we want to change something here because we don't like this anime or we don't like this manga or something like that. And again, they have their other website for this type of stuff here. But who's to say that something won't be pulled? Who's to say that something, they'll decide, hey, we're not going to be carrying this anymore. We're cutting this. That's what my concern is. And it's part of why I was concerned about Sony becoming this big monopoly for anime, because they've bought Crunchyroll, they bought all these other stuff they own, and now they're buying a major distributor. And sure, we have other places that sell anime. Like, you can go to Amazon, buy anime. You can go to, like, Best Buy, buy anime. You can go to all these type of stores and buy anime. But they're not specialized in anime. They're just general all-purpose, or they're electronics, so they're not specifically catering to the anime crowd. And there are other websites you can go to, like Play Asia, but that is that's not necessarily built for, say, or I mean, they do carry a wide variety of goods, and they are good, especially if you want to get like figurines, if you want to get stuff, especially if stuff that you can't necessarily get through your normal mainstream places. And heck, Right Stuf might not even carry some of the stuff. But if you want to get like anime, and you want to get like, and also it's going to be possibly more expensive than buying, say, from Right Stuf. So if you want to get from Play Asia, you can do that. But I would, if you're going to get anime, I would recommend getting Right Stuf over Play Asia, because it'll be cheaper. It'll possibly arrive sooner, since Right Stuf is actually located in America, as opposed to Play Asia being located in Asia. But that's one of the reasons why. So this, I think, is a big blow to the current anime industry, and I am not fond of this at all. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Again, I don't think anything is going to be changing as of right now, or anything major that would be changing. But later down the road, who can say? That's what I'm afraid of. But let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below, and I will see you all next time. Also, one last thing I should say is thank you again for your support this past month. I've really appreciate that. And thank you for any comments you've left, any suggestions, and all that type of stuff. So I will see you all next time. So until then, I am iamxeracon signing off. Have a good one.